Hey guys, this is Tigress coming back to you with another game, with the last game of the season. So yeah, guys, it's like there's like 6 days left of season 18. Next season should be next week, and as usual, I know nothing about it. And for battle pass wise, I wish I was higher. Like sweet summer chill here, sunscreen just down here. I think Shred Setter would be kind of cool to get, but I think I probably will. But guys, unlike most times where I'm looking at guys, last game of season, gonna be playing some chill games, probably a game of Stadium. We are actually gonna be playing comp. I typically don't play comp around this time for one simple reason. And I'll cover those two in a second. That open queue, it's not, well, first of all, it's on the brackets of, and I'd rather not, test gods. I'd rather not test my limits, because I've got a feeling that I would suffer. But two, I know there's going to be a bunch of sweats in comp. Or I'm presuming, guys, basically, the first 3 games of the season, which are typically not too bad, which is the reason I do play comp at the beginning of the seasons, and the last, last games of the season. Now, I don't know whether there are going to be sweats right now, or whether they will be in the next few days. But see, I say sweats, it's basically all the people that will come back, near the end of the season to get, to improve their comp scores. Because basically what happens is, you have all the hardcore must-win players, the tryhards, beginning and sort of the end of the season, they come at the beginning, get good comp scores, and then try and keep those comp scores good at the end. But also, guys, hopefully, and I'm crossing my fingers here, I might be able to get a new gold weapon next season, which if I can, I will do it on stream. But like I did say, guys, for role queue, I've done both support and tank. Tank was actually the easiest to do, although I've kind of done a bit better in support. But loads of the games in support, and I did try and play a good bit of Mercy. There was a few games where I couldn't. But how many losses are that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I won 4 games and I lost 6. Which wasn't great, but I've still overall ended in a better position. But then if we go to tank, where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's not showing me all of them. And most of these aren't even it's been a good few days since I've played tank. But 2 wins, 3 losses. I think it was 5 to 6 wins and 4 losses, I think. Or I think it was a bit more close, but DPS is the only one that I've not done yet. And quite simply, guys, it's like a half an hour wait. Not kidding completely when I say half an hour wait. Basically, guys, sometimes when it comes to Overwatch 2, which doesn't really seem which Marvel Rivals has a different problem, which I'll quickly mention. Marvel Rivals' problem is typically you have too many people wanting to play DPS. I was playing a load of games with a mate yesterday, and there was 3 or 4 games where we had a balanced team. There was even one game where we both got to play duelists. And guys, to me, I'm always going to say tank, DPS, support. I've played Overwatch for years, it's just more natural. So But yeah, so we are just going to be playing 3 games of DPS and see how we can go from there. And hopefully it's not too bad. Okay, guys, if that bleep sort of like creaky, weirdy noise, I have no idea what it is. I'm literally no idea. Hopefully this fixes it, but I have no idea. But yeah, guys, it's just going to take a bit longer to load into games. But while we wait, we may as well jump into the practice or training. Which practice range? But yeah, guys, I have no idea what the buzzing sound is. I really don't, and it is bugging me. Like, guys, like, I've got a couple of things that potentially might be, but I don't actually know. Normal. Guys, this might be the one time I willingly do jump into the training round. But for support, not support. The characters I'm thinking of getting gold weapons for. There's Juno, which I've not played much recently. Basically during season 17 when she got her mythic, which is a trend for me, I'm like, oh my god, new character mythic and all that lot, and I'm like, oh my god, I really need it and all that lot. And I then instantly want the gold weapon. Now, at the time, there's only 3 mythic gold weapons I'm missing. Hanzo's, Zen's, and Juno's. But Tommy wants to go for Freya's. But I'm not the biggest fan of how a gold weapon looks with the skin. Now, obviously, I could probably go for someone like Wu Yang, but again, I don't play him. If it's taking a while to load into games, I'd rather the games take a bit longer. But guys, this will be like the only time where like stream is longer. But that's because of the wait. Because guys, it was one game I did yesterday, basically. I've been trying to do like 3 games per day in each role. just to try and get them done. At the minute, it should be possible. It's 9 games. It's 9 games, so it should take me like 3 days. Which out of 6 isn't too bad. Also guys, new video out tomorrow, which I was actually really happy with. But, speaking of videos, guys, if you did wonder why I posted 2, like basically, I've said this more once, 9 times out of 10 when I post a short, it's that, like an actual individual short. I need to basically post what the short is, and then remix it into a short, because you can't directly upload 2 shorts. So you have to like remix them, which why it probably makes more sense to then just privatize them. I choose not to. And annoyingly, you can't essentially trim out songs in shorts. Because guys, I did not think there would be a problem with me taking literally a clip from, it'll be the new video that comes out tomorrow, because that's where the short has come from. It's come from me taking a snippet out of the video. So I didn't think it'd be a problem, and I should have learned the lesson from Takedown, because when I uploaded the video, it's like problems, some like more than what Takedown was, because Takedown, it's like I could have left. It didn't mention anything about being potential problems, like content-wise. But for some reason, how it's done was like, yeah, this might cause you problems for viewers in like other countries. So I had to privatize it in the end. And I don't mean the actual video. The video was edited. I mean the actual short. So I ended up remixing the edited video. Because guys, when I say I uploaded the video then edited it into a short without double checking, because I didn't, probably should have, but it does also make me think that I'm probably going to have to do the exact same thing when it comes to tomorrow's video. Because guys, whether people have asked for it or not, there'll be another Fortnite video. And I've said it before, I can't remember whether it's a case of I know I've said it before because I said it in recording, or whether I know I've said it beforehand. But guys, why K-pop Demon Hunters and Fortnite are doing well, it makes sense to sort of try and capitalize and make the most out of it, which I am going to do. Plus guys, at the minute, there's like content-wise, it's kind of the simplest thing to record. Also, potentially might get turned into a mini, like, actually, it will literally just be like 3-4 episode series. But yeah, so guys, there will be a new video out tomorrow, and then I will also be recording Craft Mom for this week. Also guys, sorry Craft Mom was like 2 days late. It was only originally going to be a day late. Because at the time, I hadn't edited it. I don't know why. Well, actually. There was a potential reason why, but guys, again, not 100% sure. But guys, basically, presuming it was just down to the fact of 9 times out of 10, if I've edited a video in a week, I'm not like, yay, time to edit again. Just because, guys, the last Thursday's video was edited and filmed all in the same day. It just happened to be a day where I had some free time. Plus, overall, the Fortnite videos is like simple as anything. Okay, yeah, this dude's trash. I don't want to say it. Mainly because I'm not doing much melee. But like, I'm Moira. Yeah, okay, done a decent bit of healing, kind of. But again, no kills. Moira and does barely any damage. Moira's a character that needs to do damage. Baptista's got a couple of kills and not much healing. Again, both supports. Hanzo only has one more kill than me. He has 4 less deaths, but I'm pretty sure that's just because he was playing coward. Playing sniper most of the game. And D.Va's on the exact same point on me. Just I say D.Va. Our tank is on the exact same point as me. Just a couple less kills. I mean deaths. Which is why, guys, I was not going to jump into open queue. I knew for a fact it would turn into a literal case of, how can I fuck with my own comp score today? Oh, I'm an idiot. Guys, I'm sitting here questioning why the fact there might be like a sort of muffled like buzzy sound, and I'm thinking, hold on, streaming in the summer, I typically have like a blanket that's sort of just over my legs, just so I'm not stupidly warm, but like I'm not stupidly cold, so I don't have to put heating on in the winter. But of course, in summer, it's boiling hot. Which means in the summer I didn't. Which means I am presuming the reason is. Which means I will sort out, well, after either they've caught point or after 3 minutes. But I'm going to presume it's going to be after they catch point because I don't think we're going to hold off for 3 minutes. Like, because guys, there's 2 ways that could go about this. We could do a full frontal attack and hope they can't get past. But I think the safer option is to hold the point. D.Va's gonna go for a nuke soon. Baby D.Va does not count as a, like, guys, typically tanks are no problem for me. Baby D.Va, on the other hand, that's a different story. Although the fact we've held off for 2 minutes is impressive. Okay. Who wants the dragon? In all fairness, I'd rather fight Baptiste and then fight Hanzo. I hear something. Also, like, but actually, guys, getting to the Battle Royale problem for completely a bit more, going a bit more detail. They typically have a problem. Too many people want to play one role. And it's typically duelist / DPS. Damn it. I made a bad judgment call. It's my fault. Like, I don't take responsibility for losing the game. But, like, I do take responsibility for making a bad judgment call. Never gonna get at the door in time. But yeah, guys, I will try and hold up my... Hopefully that fixes it. Probably go back into another game instead of sitting here, so I've got no care in the world. Okay, guys, from the sounds of it, crossing my fingers touching wood, it was just a case of basically, guys. In summer, I had like a smaller sort of lighter based blanket. Just because, just typically just as a case of like cold, or they just want something to cover. But I keep like a smaller like lighter weight blanket, like I mean like thin, like soft wise, something you wouldn't want in winter or camping, but it's kind of nice and cool. And for the summer, I had that next to me, and I had my headset, which is my mic in this case, on top of that. I then did not put into consideration it's no longer summer, and I don't have a slightly light blanket over me. I've been having a giant fluffy one over me. So I'm presuming it was just because of that. But going back to the practice range. Also, guys, I really shouldn't learn my lesson by judging a book by its cover. But like going over who I could get back to that in a second. But like I could also get Hanzo's, and I'm tempted. But like if I'm gonna get a mythic, I probably would go for Juno. Then there's also like Zen. But like, guys, for a good while, I've not completely seen it, and I will admit I've not seen it from start to finish. But the 90s X-Men show, I basically, it's not my cup of tea. I'm not the biggest fan of it. Turns out, once I get past the sort of animation stuff from the 90s, it's actually decent. See, guys, for a good while, it's just like it's not my like type of cup of tea. Like for me, the X-Men have always just been a case of, because I was kind of feeling the exact same when it came to Wolverine and the X-Men. So I was just like, okay, yeah, it's just I like X-Men Evolution. Like there's nothing wrong with it. No, it turns out it was just being picky. Because I started watching the 90s X-Men show a while ago, got through about half of season 3. At some point I probably will watch it beginning to end, and then stop watching it because like, no, it's just not for me. And then the other day I was like, you know what, I've seen X-Men Wolverine, I've seen Wolverine and the X-Men, I've seen X-Men Evolution, why not? It's like the one and only ones that I've not seen. The only other one would be, you know, 97, which I have seen. So I'm pretty sure that came out like last year. Although, guys, like, recording-wise, I'm kind of back into the groove, because I was kind of starting to feel bad for essentially dropping new adventures. But I've kind of not necessarily replacing new adventures, because I was streaming new adventures twice a week, and streaming is a lot simpler, and it doesn't mean editing. But there is a series I might do. I was thinking it over earlier, but I told myself, I was like, yeah, it wouldn't be that bad. Like, I know the game, and so I probably will. If I do, it'd probably be... See, I'm tempted to say it'd probably be like a Monday video, but I don't actually know. Yeah, that's how it works. But guys, the series I'm intrigued, I don't know whether I will, is Monster Hunter World, and if I do, I will go into a lot more detail of why in the actual video, but brief points. It's a fun game series, and I've played World, Rise, and Wilds. Not completed Wilds yet. Yeah, I've not completed Wilds yet. I'm expecting the DLC to come out for Wilds. I don't know whether one will. But like, World had one, Rise had one. But like, guys, if I do play through Monster Hunter World, it will be base game and then Iceborne. Well, I picked a... I will take that. Life Weaver May, I will take that. And guys, if you do wonder why I choose to ban May, it's like a month, maybe longer ago, maybe not a month, but a good while ago, a May was an annoying prick and completely annoyed me, and it's like, nope. Because of this one interaction with this one May, I never want to deal with them again. Plus, they are annoying. They pick a fight, they can't finish it, they then heal up, and it's like, okay, I'm not sitting around here doing nothing when I could be, you know, eliminate the enemy team or go and have to point. Then sneak up on you and it's like, yeah, snowball fight, and it's like, okay, my way. Double shotgun snowball fight. Although, guys, I'm hoping ranks don't get reset because it's going to be annoying. Like, I've done the roll queue games because I'd like the extra comp points at the end of the season. But at the same point, is it completely worth it? Although I know for a fact if I don't do them now and they don't reset, I'll have to do them next season. Part of me's hoping they don't reset, just because I can go, haha. Just because mates kind of started playing Overwatch again. I've got a couple mates, one that I do speak to on decent bit, who plays Overwatch every so often. Lucio's annoying. Well, guys, I will say for the Fortnite video tomorrow, I went into it expecting to be like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna play Demon Rush. I enjoyed it the first time, I'll play it again. Guys, I've had that video filmed since, what, Friday? No, Saturday. I was like, okay, I can get it edited tomorrow and upload. But the temptation. But it's like, you know what, no, I will do, if I'm gonna do it, it'll be a once a week thing. And that'll be it. Also, guys, I'm saying now, if I do Monster Hunter World, prepare to get annoyed. Which will be great for views and great for commentary. But there are fights in that game that I'm full on aware it's like, I really should not be picking the fight with this thing. Like, guys, there are fights in that game that I'm like, oh, how did I do this the first time? Like, I have no idea how some of the fights I have done in those games, how I've done them. Bear in mind, guys, some of the pain in the ass fights in Monster Hunter World, story-wise, I've done them twice. Because in Monster Hunter you can play up to like 3 different characters. And a discussion me and a mate were having a while ago were like the differences between male and female characters. Like the armor sets and all that lot, and other than the most obvious one, there really isn't much. But like I say, like the most obvious one is one's male, one's female. One's more what you would expect from female female armor arts, because like males are more like sort of like we're nice in full armor, and it feels more like, I don't want to say cosplayers, just because it's offensive to cosplayers, but you can definitely tell the fact that someone was like, so we'll make the men look strong, you know, buff, and like anything can take them, but on the other hand we'll make the women look like if a monster's claws struck them in the right place, it would cause them to bleed to their deaths. There are several parts of their armors that are exposed. But yeah, like I wanted to know what the like differences were in Worlds. Same for Rise and Wilds, and Wilds it was kind of pointless because you can see the differences. Like they stopped essentially segregating them per like male female. It's just a case of which arm is different, which I will give them credit for. But I also presume it would have been easier to check all armor sets in one instead of doing based off gender. But yeah, guys, the conversation basically stated back from years ago, because the conversation I had with a mate years ago was the fact that female characters in GTA get treated a bit different. The Mars, I want to say a lot less sexist, because he mentions a bunch of stuff in the, like first that's like when you like as a male, when like if you're playing as a male character. But as soon as like a female jumps into the situation, it's like, whoops, sorry, there's a lady around, and it's like, hold on, you're telling me there's a difference? Guys, I know females who are a lot more stronger and a lot more of a case of would have no problem with some of the shit Lamar says to the male characters. But I also know some males who are like, it's kind of a, and really wouldn't give a shit about the fact of some of the shit that, and would prefer the fact of him treating them how like he treats the women. In most cases, I kind of get it. GTA 5 is over a decade old, so it comes back from like 2013, so 12 years of it, a case of being like, you can't use that type of language around the ladies or around the women. That's like perfectly fine for a guy to hear it. I presume with GTA 6, it's probably just going to be a case of like, it's not going to be sort of segregated. But again, no idea. Also, guys, if ranks do get reset, like next week, if they don't get reset, I'll show you what rank I got in for DPS. Like, I'll show what rank I got in DPS next week, but if they do, I will try and remember and say what rank. Granted, my own problem, I should have done my Roll 2 games a month ago. But like, I was completely like, yeah, I can't be asked. Like, guys, I'm pretty sure Roll 2 games used to just be a case of 5 and 5. And why it would be annoying if they were to bring them back like that, I wouldn't have a problem if they were to bring them back and reset the ranks. Apart from open queue, I can't like when a rank is in open queue. Like, I was more than happy for them to reset ranks this time because I had a gut feeling I was never going to get back into gold. I'd been in silver for a couple seasons at that point. Granted, I ain't tried to get back into gold. Just because other than streaming, I really didn't work on my rank that much. Which I really should. Also, guys, I can't remember what video I said it in, or what stream, but like, I mentioned, it might have been in the Thursday Fortnite video, or I think it was streaming Marvel Rivals last Friday, where I was like, guys, like, actually I think it might have been before that, I think it might have been last Tuesday's Overwatch. Just because I was like, yeah, I think it was last Tuesday I watched, because I was like, yeah, actually, I don't know. I was like, guys, this is the case of I like recorded like 3 Fortnite videos back to back. Would have seen the first episode of My Hero Academia, Season 8. But then the next 2 episodes will be out, and like the 3rd, 4th episodes of Season 8 will be out. And guys, kinda true, kinda not. Like, by the time I like, depending on, because guys, for a while, Marvel Rivals streamers might be like, because typically I try and stream about 9, between like 9 and 9:30. They might be 9:30 for a while. Although I've heard My Hero, like, see, I was expecting Season 8 to be about 26 episodes, which means I was expecting it to go over until like next year. I was wrong. Apparently it's like 13 and it'll be done by late December. Or done within December. I'm like... But like, at the minute, Season 8 is kind of... See, Season 8 is kind of turning out... Not how I wanted, not how I expected it to, not how I wanted it to, but how it needs to. Because by that, guys, I wanted Season 8 to essentially start off with the fact of, in Season 7, my biggest complaint, and it's minor and it's more of a case of them setting up a plot between 2 seasons, is that we don't see enough of Deku and Shigaraki fighting. We see a couple of episodes. We see them have an all-out battle in episode 151. I think it's called Chain Across Time? Yeah, we see a big battle in 151. And then we see them having like, then we see like a minute and a half part of a battle at the end of the season. But like, for me it would have been nicer to like see more of it in there. To at least see a bit more. Because guys, when I say, I could not wait to get to episode 151, because it's like, oh, when are we going to see Deku? Because, I don't know if I've said this on stream, but to me, what would have made so much more sense, and I'm surprised they didn't do it, is All Might go, right, Phantom Thief, get Midoriya out of there, teleport him to, you know, Eraserhead, you know, get the person we need to win this war out of here, so the villains can't play any tricks or anything. They've got people like Toga on their team, who has been known to play tricks, and is known to be, you know, be sly and sneaky. We don't want to take risks, but get Deku out of there now, and then get everyone else to for the parts. And the way it would have simply worked is open a portal, get Deku over there, and then get everyone else through. Would it have been completely possible? I have no idea. But surely it would have been worth the attempt. Like, the only thing that I would have made sense is if the fact that Deku would never learn in the first place, but, like, they had search-based quirks on their side. Like, it would have been hard to hide them. But, like, yeah, they get him out of there, they get him to Aizawa, and just, like, drop the barrier, and Deku just be like, one for all, 100%, and just does a straight up bloody slingshot punch straight into Shigaraki. My predicted rank is currently Bronze 1, which... That's high-end bronze within 3 games, and... Okay, 2 of them have been wins. That's still interesting how I've skipped most of bronze. But like I say, guys, I've played mostly Reaper during all this. The only reason that Freya's up there is because I was like, okay, I want to play Reaper a bit more during this, you know, just kind of like keep my top 3 in the order they are, which means sometimes not playing this. Like, I didn't play much D.Va, like, from like last Thursday onwards, just because the fact that she was coming close to my top 3. I've ended up playing a lot of Mercy to keep her in my top 3. I'm playing a bit more Reaper to keep him where he is. But, like, I was going to go and play Reaper in a game last night, and someone's like, oh, I want to play Reaper, so I was like, oh, that'll be nice. I'll let them play Reaper. So I picked to play Freya. And they then picked to play Junkrat at the beginning, and they switched and swapped, so I played a bit of Reaper during the game. And they picked to play Reaper at the beginning of the game, so I said, okay, I'll just play Freya. Because they swapped, so I swapped to Reaper in the first half, and... I'm an idiot. I will do one more game, guys. But it's like, I'll play Reaper. Not putting into consideration one very simple thing. It's Tuesday. Reaper's in my top 3. See, guys, it's not that much of a pain. It literally just means a case of it'll be pushed to Friday, it'll be pushed to Saturday. But like, I try and get like reaching out, which is complete 15 games as heroes not in your top 3. For me, that's Sigma, Reaper, Mercy, in that order. But when Reaper's in your top 3 and you play Reaper 2 games back to back, yeah, it'll be fine. I've got like 7 more games that I do need to play. Also, guys, at the time of streaming, I still need to set up like what I'm recording for Craft 1 tomorrow. Just because at the time I was like, like, I briefly, like, if you didn't see last episode, I briefly, like, the whole point was going to be exploring the Nether. That went south pretty quickly. part of me is tempted to do like a mining episode, but that's going to be boring. And I'm loading into a practice range. Never mind. I'm down to do King's Row. Like, the only map out of that I don't want to do is the Flashpoint one, and that's just because Savannah is okay, it's just...
Select your hero. Choose hero bands.
Well, I don't want to see Lifeweaver. I also don't want to see May. Oh, and I also don't want to see Zarya. I would be slightly annoyed if the person was like, oh, I wanted to play Lifeweaver, but you've picked to ban Lifeweaver now, or because I didn't pick the character at the beginning. I see why I know I can't have all the characters I want, like, not available in the game. Looking at that list, Soldier's a basic ass character, Tracer's a speed demon, so kind of Geller, Zarya's annoying to deal with. It's always interesting seeing the fact of people like obviously they're new to the game and have probably not got a name thing yet. Compared to like the Netbreaker Reinhardt, the Bounty Hunter Reaper, and the Phantom Thief Widow. I don't know why I'm jumping with the Widow. Because I'm jumping back down.
And I do not answer. What is left?
Like, I was really starting to question my logic. But yeah, guys, the reason like I do get breaching out done as quick as possible, it's one of the simplest weekend challenges. It's 15 games as characters, not in the top 3. I do at bare minimum 3 games a day. That takes me 5 days, and even then, doubles on Tuesday. I can hear. I don't know how she knew where I was. But yeah, guys, so the 90s animated X-Men show, I have not seen 100% all the way through, beginning to end. At some point I will watch beginning to end, but I've seen the first half. Currently watching through season 4. It's just, at the time, I was like, it's not my thing. It's really, I'm just bored, okay? Guys, the same thing happened with Battleground Battle Brawlers, and yeah, one of my childhood favorites. Like, I love Battleground Battle Brawlers as a kid, and it's just a case of, in that case, it was like, I think it's like the second half of season 3 that just sort of got me here, and like season 4, like I didn't even get to season 4 at the time, but it was just like second half of season 3. Just because for me, like the Battle Brawlers were like, season 1 was great. Season 2 kept up the thing and actually gave us something really cool to do with it. Season 3 was just like, here's some battle gears. Like, these are no longer like rare and important things, it's just like, here, you have them. But like same thing sort of kind of happened with X-Men, like the animated series. I watched the first half, didn't really get into it, and then was like, "Here." But like I got into the mood of wanting to rewatch it, so I did. But I started off from where I was.
Nanoboost administered.
What a shame.
That's how it hit Household. But like, so I'm basically just essentially watching through that. And why I don't 100% get the point, like the plot wise, because like again, it's been a tiny while since I've seen the first couple seasons. But I'm kind of hoping it's like one of those shows because guys, basically, I didn't experience much of this as a kid. But basically, a typical theme was you'd catch whatever episodes you could. Like as a kid, watching through Diamond and Pearl, the Diamond and Pearl series, I saw some of it. I didn't see all of it as a kid. Like I've seen the beginning to the end, but like that was more recently. Like that's when like since I was an adult. There have been several shows that I started watching as a kid, gone back and rewatched now. Which is why it kind of bugs me I couldn't rewatch X-Men Evolution. The simple way. I was able to find a way of watching it on Google. But like, at least in the UK, I don't know everyone like America whether you can watch it on like Disney Plus. I have no idea. I tried searching it on Disney Plus. But yeah, so in the end I find a way to watch that and Wolverine and the X-Men. Which, guys, really did make me start thinking, when the hell did I turn into someone who, like, because I was thinking it more of a case of when it hit, because, guys, back on the PS4 on, like, 360 and Xbox One, I didn't have the easy option to switch games because I didn't have that many, like, digitally downloaded, most of mine were on disc. So that's the thing, we're back with, like, 360s and PS, like, back in those, like, days, like, you had like the games on disc and it was a case of you picked the game and you sort of stayed with it unless you wanted to switch it. Which, like the current way I go through games, I spend like an hour or two playing one game, I switch. Like, Marvel Rivals, I would generally spend a good bit of time playing. Overwatch, I spend a decent bit of time. Yu-Gi-Oh! I can. Minecraft, it depends. Ark will probably end up getting put into the category where I do spend a decent bit of time again. Just because at the time of streaming, I don't like Ark is supposed to get an update today, but because of most of, from what I've been told, I don't know how true it is, but apparently most of the Ark players are all in America. And because the time zones exist, whatever time zone it comes out, and whatever is convenient for the American players, is then what time it comes out, instead of what's convenient overall. So, basically, I don't know when Ark's supposed to update. Apparently, UK-wise, apparently it'll be like 12 o'clock tonight, which isn't great, because that'll take like an hour. which will mean if I want to play like Valkyria again, because guys, Arc-wise, Valkyria is the map that got me properly playing Arc. Because before that point, I had never played on the server, and I'd never attempted to play it survival-wise. I'd always basically played it as a case of, I'm not good at this game, I don't know what to do, because again, the mate that got me into Arc never properly taught me how to play Arc, which was kind of a dick move. But like, I had to learn server-wise, because me and another mate, and then the mate that got me into Arc, we all joined the mate server, and
Every moment without you watching over me has been agony.
so we all joined, and me and my mate were like a team, because at this point I didn't know this mate. Like, I'd never really, like, hadn't properly spoken to this mate. So, guys, this was like 3-4 years, this was like 5 years, 6 years ago. So, because of that, it was me and my mate versus this person. And my mate then essentially ditches me without giving me any warning, so it's like, what now? I'm then suddenly learning how to play a new game by myself. With bad, like, I've been playing the game for a good while, so it wasn't as bad as it sounds. But again, didn't know much about the game. But one thing it did teach me is, I can do it even if I don't want to. Like, guys, I wasn't 100% sure whether, whether I would want to go and try and tame Fire Main. Like, I know it's possible. I just didn't fancy doing it. But turns out, you take a Rex Rear and it's raining. Yeah, again, turns out, take a Rex Rear and it's raining, it's pretty simple. But like, guys, I simply make a joke within like a week and playing the game. Week being on the server. Yeah, give me a week. I'll have a Rex. Just because I can confidently go and knock one out, depending on the map, with Drang arrows.
There's a lot of them. Be careful.
I keep going to the volleyball shot, but it's like, hold on, wait, no, I don't have that thing in a minute. But like, Rogan, what map that I'd properly played survival on, and kind of still one of my favourites. It's the debate whether that or Crystal Isles is. Like, Extinction's kind of become one of the more popular because I think that was the last map I played on the server before Survival Evolve ended. Because typically what happens is, depending on what map we currently are playing, it then gives me... I then decide, oh, I want to play this on single player. And because I then get the itch to play it on single player, I then go and play it on single player. Yeah, I was not going to try and alt that one. So, at the time we were playing Extinction, and it put me in the mood to play Extinction and to essentially rebuild some stuff and test some stuff. Because typically what happens is, I build a base on my mate's server. It's like, oh, I can see so many upgrades, that'd be so cool to do. But I don't want to do them because I know they're not going to be fun, they're going to be a pain. Because typically my rule for single player is... Typically it's a case of, I can build a base with creative. I know for most people it's going to be a case of why, it's just a case of, I don't like resource gathering. I like building giant ass bases. I shouldn't like the resource part. Like, I willingly build out a wood now. One, because I kind of think it looks nicer. That doesn't really make a difference now because of skins. Two, it takes up half the resources. Annoyingly, they're gonna have like 4 minutes, and I was not expecting that considering how easy we pushed it. hopefully, that's funny. Oh, like guys, something I'm gonna say now. Every time I'm gonna show off the Huntrix skins in Fortnite, I've ended up needing to cull it because of time. Like, cause like all my videos, like, because of how I upload them from a app on PlayStation called Share Factory. I need to basically have all my videos on now, and I can edit up to about 80 minutes. So because of things like that, the like 3-4 minutes that I spend looking at skins is like, yeah, well, this isn't as important. Anna, you know, jump on point? Then that would have been useful 2 seconds ago. Great, they've got almost 3 minutes. We have a minute. That's going to be fun to work with. Please let them go first. I know they've just pushed, but again, let them go first. Great. Guys, I don't like going first when it comes to overtime. It's the same reason why in Yu-Gi-Oh! Why I prefer going second. I prefer knowing what I have to deal with. I like being able to come up with a plan, but they now know if we don't push it out the door, all they have to do is sidestep. But if we make it all the way to the end, they know they have to try as they know they have to, you know, go as hard as possible. I'm gonna go with collect the swords because that will heal, and I should have gone from the beginning. Leave him reform grants 40% additional life steal for 3 seconds. I'm gonna prefer the volleyball because it's a volleyball shot. Basically allows me to shoot both guns at once. Because it allows me to do this compared to that, which is a triple shot, but like a lot slower triple shot. But again, what they are going to do is essentially full force it. Because all they know, they just need to hold it off for a minute. Which is why I hate having less time than the enemy. Because guys, they're in a position where they can relax. They don't have to stress. Hopefully, my team should be able to push. Reinhardt's big enough, he should be able to tank it. Yeah, no, so we need to stop them from touching point. Which is going to be hard because, again, 3 minutes. And guys, 2:47 compared to 1 minute and, well, 1 minute 4 seconds. Those 4 seconds, they help slightly. Not much. But again, 2:47 is basically 3 minutes in this case because, again, 9 times out of 10, like, yeah, I know I said that 1 minute 4 was basically a minute. Yeah, it was basically 1:15. Because 9 times out of 10, someone's going to be able to hold for like 10, 15 seconds, and they're going to. They've got 3 minutes. So unless we can essentially stop them, I'm going to have to go for Wraith. I need a more defensive style. See, I get Reaper's perks, I really wish there was something different. Like the volleyball shot, I love. It's really useful, and the racing isn't too bad.
Terrible. Every moment without you watching over me has been agony.
But like, why is he not having a perk that allows him to basically sort of go bang? Again, Sombra finishes the battle. See, the only thing I can think of is there's no way you come, say like there's nothing to lose, like you're the most pros level players on the planet, because, I'm sorry, how the hell did you go from getting your ass kicked the first round to just wipe this dirt off our feet? Oh, thank God it was Reinhardt. Overwatch is essential MVP. Because it rewards the best player, not the best player on the winning team. Like, I like the fact that both teams can have someone who it, like, does. I'd much rather it be a case of... So, we've lost 4, lost 2, won 2. I'd much rather it be a case of the MVP, and then second MVP. Like most valuable player, then next up above, like second valuable player. Which annoyingly does mean I did lose 2 games on stream. Annoyingly, I'm gonna essentially catch up for that, but that won't be too bad. But guys, it was the last stream of the season, and weirdly, which I thought would have taken longer, it didn't. Was playing into comp. Because I expect comp to take like 10-15 minutes. That didn't take that long. Like, that's got a 2-minute wait time, and that's got 6. So I probably will carry on jumping to more. But not right now. But yeah, so guys, there should be a new video tomorrow. Let me know if you don't like it. Again, there probably will be an additional Fortnite video that gets filmed this week. And I probably will film the, not Overwatch, the Monster Hunter video. I don't know what's going to turn out, don't know how it's going to be, because I'm presuming it'll be basically a case of, like, each hunt is about 50 minutes. But I know I'm not going to take 50 minutes per hunt. But what will happen is, guys, some hunts will basically just be, like, there will be points where it's like, guys, I'm literally going to hunt the living hell out of this thing because I need its armor. I'll be back once I've done that. But that will kind of depend, because quickly going over the Monster Hunter. Base Monster Hunter World, a mate carried me through it. I've no problem admitting it. Base game, a mate did carry me. Helped me get all the way through. There's base Legiana armor, and then high rank Legiana, and then Nergigante armor. Other than that, there was none. I don't know if I'll change it this time around. I have no idea. One of them went and played through it as a female character, as a female character. I did make different armors, but that was the point of that, was to see the differences. But then when I went and played through Rise, I was basically making armors because I needed to. Because me and like 3 other people all started playing it together. And then Wilds, again, me and a couple mates did, but like again, those couple mates didn't get all the way through Rise. Well, didn't get all the way through the DLC for Rise, and I don't know how far they got in Wilds. And again, guys, this one mate in particular loved the series. But I'm pretty sure it's just a case of loved World, although he was the highest level in World out of like all of us, because he got us all into it. But again, guys, hope there should be a new season out next week. Season 19. Season 18 overall has been a pretty great season. I think for the next mythic weapon, next weapon, Like, I like Galactic, it kind of looks cool. Jade doesn't look too bad, but I'm going Golden. But yeah, I think Juno probably will be the next one I get. As for the next skin, next mythic skin, I have no idea. I'm gonna chuck a few characters in prediction. I'd very much be surprised if I'm correct with any of them. Obviously, taking characters already have some. So, out of tanks, because I'll do one for each. So, Neva, Junker Queen, Reinhardt, Orisa, Sigma, all get taken out. So, my pick for tank is going to be Ramatra. He's the only one out of the first four characters introduced in Overwatch 1, Overwatch 2, that hasn't got one. Although I will say, my obsession with mythic skins this season, because typically it's a case of I get the skin, really want to play the character, I've not even touched Sojin this season. Like, granted, I like the skin. I think it's fully updated.
We shine together.
Yeah, I like the skin, but it's just, yeah.
All of us.
I think it's just because of the case of it's DPS and they still prefer Freya. But yeah, I'm gonna say Ramatra for tank. For DPS, I'm gonna say Sombra. For simple reason, well, actually, I'm gonna say Sombra or Soldier. Because both would make sense, both being in since the beginning of Overwatch 1. There's only a couple of characters that would make more sense. But things like Genji, Ashe, already have one. Cassidy would also make sense. But I'm going to go Sombra and Tracer. Sombra and Soldier. And then for support, I'm going to go with Lari. Because I don't think, like, support-wise, I don't think Wu Yang will get it. Because, again, introduced this season, so I'd be very much surprised. Freya at that point would have been in for a couple seasons, so it wouldn't be too surprising. But Wu Yang would have only just been introduced into the game. Those three have one. Those two have one. Although Juno is still somewhat more of a recent up character. Because I think she was introduced before Freya. So, which reason I think Freya could be. But I don't think it's an optimal thing. And then Baptiste and Alari only two, which I'm going to go with Alari. Because Baptiste and Lifeweaver Baptiste and Lucio don't really see much play. But like Alari's seen a decent bit. So I'm gonna say Alari, Sojin, Sombra, and Ramatra. I wouldn't be that surprised if it turned out to just be something like Roadhog or Junkrat. I really wouldn't. But if we're going based on the fact that it's DPS this season, it's basically Devon was last season, and then Juno was season 16. Which means, technically speaking, we're then going to go and audit it, then go back to support. And I think Alari Baptiste, because it'd then be Alari Baptiste, Lifeweaver, Wu Yang, and Lucio. I think Alari stands a better chance. But, yeah, so I'm probably going to be wrong. I have no idea. I'm going to be, like I'm saying now, more likely going to be wrong. I'd be impressed if I was right with any of my picks. But, anyway, so hope you enjoyed. Bye.